Good morning.
Good morning. This is Meditation Reflections. Welcome. Yeah, it's a rainy day, a bit windy, and I have a cat scratching me. Just wants attention, and he is not aware that his claws cause pain.
My jeans are thicker than Glenn's.
Yeah.
Fabric's thicker.
So anyway, here we are. Very good meditation. And what I was seeking this morning, I asked one of my guides, what can I do to bring myself and stay more in the fourth density rather than this 3D density? And, some of the things I'm already aware of, like habits, getting angry over little things. Just minor things like that, well, they're not so minor, I guess. But anyway, one of the things that I rattle myself about, and I shouldn't, is when I'm working on a project, if it's not going smoothly and I run into troubles, my anger rises. And it really doesn't need to. I mean, it's just a little bit of frustration is all it really is. And all I really need to do, and this is the advice I was given, was just to breathe. Just take a nice, long, slow breath and just relax and breathe. And don't get caught up in the little frustrations of something not going smoothly. And then that gives you time to think of a solution that works better, or just the fact that you relax will make things go smoother. So that's kind of what I got today.
But, basically you're a really good problem solver.
Yeah.
And, there'll be this explosion of anger and then, stomping away from it and then going back. So
yeah, I don't give up on things easily.
No,
I
he usually wins.
More often than not.
Yeah, more often than not, a lot more often. So I'm always designing unusual, like, can we make it do this?
Yeah.
And Glenn's usually figured it out. And we've got some sculptures coming. They're actually going to be joint operations because one has a kind of balancing problem that inside the sculpture itself. So they're going to be true collaborations. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So we're having bells come shortly, and as well as other sculptures. The bronze foundry is so close.
Closer and closer, but we, those last minute obstacles. Okay, we have to figure out what do we do about this one, and work our way through it because there's a lot to it, and there's a lot of the little setup work, which is I've been thinking a lot about, which is equally interesting for a bronze foundry. You've got to get all the little pieces because you can't not have a tool when the tool is in demand. So you got to build all the tooling first.
Yeah.
That's the problem solving. But interesting message this morning for me was, ironically enough, about grief. By the way, this is a very large cat. I don't know if you can hear the purring or not. He's in his very best purr. Sometimes you have grief in your life, and it can be massive grief for like the loss of a loved one, or just as almost as massive, say, for the loss of a pet you've had for a long time. I felt great grief for the loss of some of the predecessor cats to this one. The cats only live about 20 years, and, or less, depending on what's going on in their lives. So that's one of those difficulties. But you can have large-scale grief. There are people that deal with the grief for choices they've made for a nation, or choices they've made for a family or a state. And that's different levels of awareness as well. Are you aware of just the things around you? Are you aware of your choices having outcomes that spread out across, say, a country or something? So it's a rather tough one. And if you're making your choices at that kind of level, a lot to that. And it's basically pray for all the people having to make those huge choices at this moment in time was basically the message I was getting. Because it's going to influence all of us, and
Yeah.
they're trying to make the best possible choices they can in very difficult situations.
Yeah. There is a war on consciousness right now, a war on awareness. So the most important thing to be aware of is self. What's going on within me? Why am I reacting instead of responding? What triggers me? And look at those triggers. Search yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that makes me tick? And the more you understand yourself, the more you can understand others.
Yeah, and it puts it all in perspective, the scale of decisions and the layering up, because we're all facing some major decisions at this point.
Yeah.
Not just in voting and things like that, but any chance you get to change your life or change the world is an opportunity. Do you choose to take it, or do you choose to let it go and go on to the next thing, where you might be given a similar opportunity again? You have to suit that with your own internal structure, skills, what's available, what's around. It all has to be fitted together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I wonder if you can, I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it's pretty heavy at the moment.
mm-hmm. We've had 2 days of very, very heavy rain,
Yeah.
and we've got some more of it today. We'll check the weather and see. Influences which task I do. Oh, it has to be indoors, okay?
I think I might be cleaning the garage this morning.
Indoors again.
Yeah.
Well, have a wonderful day.
Thanks for being here. Check out naturalshaman.com, and we're also on Parler now, and so
Learning new skills.
yeah, it's kind of spreading out our connection to the world, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we'll see you next time, and blessings.
Blessings upon you.